Joanna, what have you brought?
I've brought in my snake plunger to unblock a toilet. When I first met my husband, I went to Bradford to meet my mother-in-law for the first time. I spent the day there and I didn't go to the toilet at all because I wanted to be so perfect that I didn't poo. So I saved it until the evening. Everybody was in bed, I went to the toilet, but there was a carpet in the toilet, no lock on the door. I went in and I went to the toilet, I flushed the chain and there was like loads of poo and loads of toilet paper. I flushed the chain, the whole thing rose up to the top. I'd never experienced that before, so I didn't know that you should wait for it to go back down. So it was all the way up the top, and I just thought, oh, well, just flush it again. I flushed it again. Jesus Christ, it was awful. It just continued. It went over the toilet seat, poo, paper, everything, and water, just flowing and flowing onto the carpet. Apparently, I was screaming because she just came in through the door, and then she went, and she had a snake plunger. And she went, because they'd had problems with the toilet, and she was doing it with a snake plunger. The dad came in, everybody was there, I was crying, and that is why. And then she gave me the snake plunger afterwards and said, here you go, you can have it. And it has been used since.
Oh.
Yeah.
What have you brought me?
I have brought in a mould of my own head, which I've dressed up, and a sign inviting people to come and join me in my hot tub. This is a mould. I did a film years ago, and I had to have a lobotomy in it. And so they did, like, a mould thing of my head where they put, like, this green alginate sort of stuff on it. And so they gave me this head at the end of filming, and I was like, well, I've got nothing to do with it, so I put it in my parents' wardrobe. And then my son, who's 10, a while ago, found it.
I've never had so much information in my life.
I own this sign, but I do think if someone has a sign... I don't have a hot tub, but I do have this sign. And if somebody, I think, asks you to go and sit in a hot tub with them to relax and sing and laugh, I wouldn't go anywhere near that house.
OK, I'm going to have to develop some rules for you.
My thing of unquestionable beauty is unquestionable evidence of the fact that I was voted Wales's Sexiest Woman in 2009.
Yeah, right. This is what she's brought in to represent unquestionable beauty.
You might think this is shallow, right? But this isn't mine. This is taken from my mother's scrapbook. And this is going on, like, 20 years old, and she still has this, and she has this because she's proud of me.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't say about the unquestionable beauty of a mother's love for her daughter, then I don't know what does, and it gets me here.
Wow. I think that is a very strong start.
Thank you. I have brought in my Tom Jones Does Country and Western record.
Have a look and react.
Wow. Wow.
You've got Tom Jones. I've never met a man, until actually sitting opposite you, Greg, that emanates such raw sexuality as Tom Jones.
Keep talking.
He is raw, he is male, he is sexual. It seeps out of him.
Oh, my God.
That right?
I imagine it literally does, actually.
That right? It's not just that, right? He is on a horse, his shirt is open, you can see his chest hair, and he's wearing a Stetson. And I'm sorry, right, but I look at that and I go, oh, yeah, that is quality.
Good. Well, I hadn't expected it to be quite so flagrantly sexual from Joanna, but why not?
Why not, indeed?
Oh, I wonder what Dave will think of that, though. Oh. Yeah, fair play, he's a Welsh stallion.
I have brought a hip flask in the shape of a fish full of sherry.
Yes.
Oh. Thank you. That's a sensible voice.
Now, my love of sherry started when I was about 7.
Strap in.
So I lost my appetite after chicken pox. My nan, who was a matron in a hospital, told my mum the best way to get my appetite back was to give me
It's
sherry.
funny how medical standards have changed over the years.
So my love of sherry started then. It then continued when we got our first dog, a spaniel.
Oh, no, hang on. You weren't 8 when you got the dog, were you?
No, I was about
We're not
8.
going year by year.
We used to take our dog for a walk down Park Mill, which was this lovely place in the woods. But there was a pub and then a big car park, and then you'd walk out the back and there'd be the woods. My dad would get the dog out and then they'd go into the pub, get me a glass of sherry, and I'd have my glass of sherry, and then we go for our walk. And so that is why I think everything in life is better with a glass of sherry. So if I'm going for a walk, I would have a hip flask full of sherry. Wow.
It's funny, isn't it? Not only have I had time to write down Joanna 1 point, I've drawn 2 flowers either side.
I have brought in my own tongue and a box of popping candy. Because when I was young, right, it was really hard to get home.
There we go.
In the 1980s, right, in Swansea. And now I've discovered, oh, my God, you can just buy it on the internet. I went online and I got a box of about, like, 45 or something, or about 28. I've got loads, and it's really nice. You know when you pour that on your tongue, and just that little... that... It feels amazing, so that's why I love popping candy.
Yeah, she's brought in popping candy, is the short answer. And a fake tongue. There we go.
I mean, I've got to say, it's great stuff, isn't it? Thank you, Joanna.
I've brought in Mr. Bump.
Here is Joanna's Mr. Bump.
Now, I made Mr. Bump when I was about 16 in school for an art project. Yeah.
Wow.
He's on a glass bottle, which I've painted, and he's made with a papier-mâché, very bumpy head. And my parents have kept him in the shed at the bottom of their garden ever since I made him. And it was only recently that I realised how awful that is, because they're always like, oh, yeah, we got him on the shelf in the shed, and oh, look, he's still there, and he's never, ever been in the house.
If you presented that to your parents when you were 16, I think you should count yourself lucky that you weren't sent to a boarding school.
I brought in my gnome pig.
Gnome pig!
Gnome pig!
Oh, my God. I hate him.
You're not the only one. I first found him 25 years ago, and he nearly ended my marriage. Because I found him in a garden centre, and he's about that tall.
Oh, my God.
Where do you ever see a gnome sitting on a pig? It's incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's sitting on the pig.
He's sitting on the pig. And my husband was adamant that we weren't going to put him in the garden, and said he hopes that somebody wins and finally he can be away from our life. But I don't, and I wish I hadn't said that now because I want more than 1 point for him.
Yeah.
I have brought 11 Curly Wurlies.
Oh, they've been unsheathed.
I know. So shortly after having my 3rd child, of a morning, I would drop 1 child to school, 1 child to the nursery, and then 1 child would fall asleep in the back of the car. I would drive straight to the local garage and I would buy an iced caramel latte, a magazine and 1 Curly Wurly. And I would sit in the car and I'd be like, oh, my God, it's my time just to have a rest. I loved, like, the chewiness of them, right? So I soon went to 3 Curly Wurlies, but then I was like, it just wasn't enough, because I was like, oh, my God, I need the chewing. So quite soon I went to 8 Curly Wurlies. Then I was like, if you're going to do 8, you may as well do 10. Then it still wasn't enough, and I went, sod it, get 11. So I was eating 11 Curly Wurlies every single day.
Can you imagine that all clumped together? That's like the size of a bowling ball.
I didn't like them after 8. After 8, I was just like...
Don't bring after 8s into this.
And I made an intervention on myself, and now they're not allowed in the house. But if I've got the chance to pull something up from a well, it's these 11 Curly Wurlies.